Hey everybody! In this video, I'm going to show you how to make two different types of double ribbon lays. Before we get started, make sure you watch my first double ribbon lay video. This video will be very similar to that one, we will just switch up the colors to get different patterns. First, I'm going to go over how to make design 2 and then I'll go over design 3 after. Just a side note, I'm making yellow colors because they're for my cousin who graduated this year. Let's get started with the tutorial. To make the lay, you will need a ribbon in two different colors. For each color, cut two strands that are 6 yards in length, and also you will need scissors. I always purchase my ribbon from Paper Mart, and the one that I order is the single face 3/8 width ribbon. To start, take one blue ribbon and one white ribbon and tie a knot at the end, leaving about 1.5 inches to finish tying the ribbon later on. Grab the blue ribbon and straighten it before making a loop. Make sure that the loop is large enough, and grab the white ribbon, make a loop, and stick the white loop into the blue loop. This can be a little tricky, so just try to use your fingers to hold everything in place. Then pull the corresponding blue loop to tighten. Grab that same blue ribbon, straighten it, make a loop, and stick that loop into the white loop. Then pull the white loop to tighten. Set this aside and do the same exact thing to the remaining blue and white ribbon. But this time, for the first loop you're going to make sure it is the white ribbon, and then straighten out the blue ribbon, make a loop, and stick it into the white ribbon. Grab the white ribbon, make a loop, and stick it into the blue one. Pull the corresponding blue ribbon to tighten. Now grab the ribbon that you set aside earlier and put the white loop on your left hand and the blue loop on your right hand. This step is very important in ensuring the second design. You have to make sure that the white one is on the left and the blue one is on the right. Now we are going to start incorporating the lays together, which could be a little tricky. Grab the white ribbon on the bottom left side, straighten it to make a loop, and stick it into the upper blue loop. Pull the corresponding blue ribbon to tighten. Make sure that the white loop is large enough to hold another loop because, as you guessed it already, we are going to keep braiding by putting the loops in the loops. Use your right hand to hold the lay together as you grab the remaining ribbon on the left side and repeat. Straighten it out before making a loop and stick that into the other loop. Then pull the corresponding ribbon. Just be careful not to pull it too tightly like I did, otherwise you have to undo it a little bit. Also remember that starting can be tricky because the lay doesn't have much structure yet, but don't worry, it will come all together more as you continue braiding. So what you essentially do is continue doing this pattern over and over again until you run out of ribbon. So you take the bottom ribbon, straighten it, make a loop, and cross it into the upper loop. Pull the corresponding ribbon to tighten, and then repeat with the other strand. To complete the lay, just continue doing this pattern over and over again until you run out of ribbon. When you are making the lay, make sure you tighten the ribbon just enough. As you are finishing up the lay, you will notice that all of the ends of the ribbon have different length. Don't worry about this too much. In any case, you have extra ribbon at the end to cut off and use to wrap as a gift for your graduate. To finish the lay, take the bottom ribbon as usual, but instead of making a loop, just straighten out the strand and stick it into the upper loop and then pull the corresponding strand. Repeat with the remaining strand. Finally, grab both ends of the lay and tie a knot. I don't like to get fancy with this, I honestly just tie a knot and kind of tie multiple knots and make sure that the lay is secure. If you want to make sure that the lay is super secure, feel free to use a hot glue gun to glue the ends of the lay together. The final step is to cut the remaining ribbon and then you're all done. So this is what the completed double ribbon lay design 2 looks like. At the top we have the back of the lay in which both blue ribbons are in the middle, and at the bottom we have the front of the lay in which both of the ribbons are white. Moving on to the third lay, starting this lay is the same exact way we started design 2. Make 2 loops, one white and one blue. But this time when you cross it over, make sure that the blue loop is on the left side and the white loop is on the right side. It's the same thing, grabbing the bottom ribbon, straightening it, and putting it in the upper ribbon. pull to tighten. Then make a loop with the remaining ribbon on the left, cross over in that loop, and pull the corresponding ribbon. Keep braiding until you run out of ribbon, then end the ribbon, tie it together, and cut the excess ribbon off. And what you end up with is the third ribbon lay design, with the front of the lay having both blue ribbons in the middle and the back of the ribbon lay having both white ribbons in the middle. And here they are together side by side. As always, let me know if you have any questions and see you all in my next video.